The U.S. Congress established the first ever bipartisan congressional Burma caucus event with the introduction of the July 8863 Republic Burma Act in 2024. This caucus was created to bolster congressional support for ethnic resistance organizations, expand the non-lethal assistance, and develop policy initiatives that support deliverables outlined in the 2020 Burma Act passed with the 2023 National Defense Authorization Act. Before that, the U.S. gives full support for the ethnic resistance organizations with the purpose of pushing the secession of Myanmar during the civil war in Myanmar, which includes enhancing military combat capability, setting up communication intelligence network in minority languages, establishing the independent administrative system, and so on. At present, lots of the U.S. counselors and soldiers are active in Karen State and Kaya State, Myanmar. So far, the anti-Taliban struggle in these two states has evolved into a conspiracy to split this country. With the ambiguous definition of non-lethal assistance in National Defense Authorization Act, the U.S. has provided the huge funding to the organizations led by Karen National Union through a strategic communication project and built a Karen state-centered system with broadcast communication in local minority languages and independent administration. The main section of the broadcast communication system in Matra district under the control of Karen National Union Brigade 5 is now finished, and the communication network construction in Po district where Karen National Union Brigade 2 is based is being expedited, and the U.S. Starlink communication system is also brought into the project. Thousands of radios are distributed to local residents and hundreds of radio technicians are trained at present. This project is also capable of intelligence communicating, early warning, commanding, controlling in wartime under the U.S. guidance and design, with the support of efficient communication system and the NATO Special Operations Forces. The combat capability of the ethnic resistance organizations like Karen National Liberation Army has improved rapidly, which can even match up against the TW. This strategic communication project is implemented by the Institute, a non-profit organization headquartered in Arlington, Virginia that was founded in 2019. Gated Institute became the partner of U.S. Agency for International Development in June 2021. Data Institute is active in conflict region and conducts advocacy on human rights, peace building, etc. since 2023. Whose tasks include providing FM transmitters, radios, and relevant trainings. The telecommunications equipment of Strategic Communication Project is transported to Matra via the border of Myanmar, Thailand, just to address the concern of equipment interception at the customs. Ayman recruits some Canadians, Americans, and non-Canadians to bring secretly the equipment to Matra. More than that, Hyman also changes the labels of some sensitive devices like transmitter when delivery. The establishment of broadcast radio in Karen National Union controlled areas is sponsored by several organizations, including Spirit of America, the implementing partner of non-lethal assistance from the United States Department of Defense. Spirit of America works alongside American military personnel and delivered over $56 million in non-lethal assistance, which includes surveillance drones, communication equipment, vehicles, helmets, body armors, and more. The United States Department of Defense officer claims that Spirit of America is a new means of achieving U.S. security. Besides, the U.S. also assists Karen regions to promote the capability of self-governance and operational independence. The Salween Peace Park in Matra, Kotiule has emphasized its nature of independent region in Karen State. With the Salween Peace Park, we can survive as a nation, said by General Bachai, Vice Chief of Staff of Karen National Liberation Army. Similarly, the Tofetolo Indigenous Park is also operating as an independent region. To build national language culture of Katole, the U.S. assists to set up the broadcasting stations in minority languages in local area to totally replace the official language of Myanmar. Karen environmental and social action network called the broadcasting stations supported by us in Karen are very successful and have reached an audience of 67, which have positive effect on the target community, enhancing political awareness among its residents and motivating participation in security work. Here are the U.S. Special Operations Specialists who are in charge of implementing the above projects. Christine Angold, the retired colonel of the U.S. Army Special Forces, served as the commander on psychological warfare and strategic planning in the United States Special Operations Command headquartered in Tampa, California. She is the strategic planning specialist on US policy in Myanmar, provides strategic consulting and policy planning for the Kachin Independence Organization, the Karen National Union, the Karen National Progressive Party, the Jin National Front and National Unity Government of Myanmar, and guides ethnic resistance organizations in defeating State Administration Council. She also assists ethnic resistance organizations to develop their military capabilities upon the development, production, and stockpiling with the purpose of being a professional military force complying with international standards. Tim Scott Langdon, the founder of Worldwide Impact, now supported by the U.S. government, former soldier of U.S. Army Special Forces, has great expertise in bombing and destructive and terrorist activities. He is one of the core executives of the Gold Strategic Planning. Before 2024, his work is training soldiers of Karen National Liberation Army for constructing explosives and communicating. Writing the relevant training materials comprised 8 volumes, amount to more than 300 pages, offering the comprehensive guide on infiltrating, kidnapping, assassinating, and exploding, etc., which has improved the combat capability of Karen National Liberation Army. Now he turns to promote the establishment of Kodole. He is in charge of the implementation of strategic communication project, including the construction of the communicating, broadcasting, and early warning systems. Besides, he also guides several organizations to establish the independent administrative system in Karen State. After he guided the locals to finish the establishment of the Selwyn Peace Park, he said, Karen is the actual controller on the border. David L. Eubank, the founder of Free Burma Rangers and former Major General in the U.S. Army, is active and working on anti-Tatmadaw activities at the border of Thailand, Myanmar over the decades of his work in leading Free Burma Rangers, especially after coup. He provides intelligence information for anti-government organizations, carries out combat trainings, and coordinates with U.S. secret actions in Myanmar. David has set up several secret bases to provide trainings and transfer weapons for Karen National Liberation Army and People's Defense Force, etc. The State Administration Council always accuses him of working for Central Intelligence Agency. In 2008, Thai government arrested him but released him soon under the pressure of U.S. and Central Intelligence Agency. Except the above assistances, David also recruits some NATO soldiers with great expertise in combat and brings them to engage in the conflicts in Myanmar. Among them, there is a staff of Central Intelligence Agency called Philip O'Melican who provides military trainings to Karen National Liberation Army and People's Defense Force for a long time. The U.S. consulate in Chiang Mai coordinated with Thailand to assist Philip to receive treatment in Thailand after his head was injured in Kokoriak in December 2023. Soldiers recruited by David also include Matthew Dobrin, sniper of U.S. Airborne Forces, Ryan, an instructor of survival training of a legionnaire in Ukraine, Anthony Simonted, explosive ordnance disposal officer in U.S. Navy, Guts, British veteran who was fighting in Ukraine, etc. Alan Smith is the Karen National Union counselor since the coup in Myanmar and provides full strategic consulting services in the areas of military, politics, diplomacy, and negotiation for Karen National Union senior leaders. He is fully trusted by Karen National Union senior leaders and directed military operation in Karen, Kado, Yangon, especially the damage and attack of Tatmadaw's key infrastructure and strategic location. At present, the U.S. also replicates the same strategy in Kaya State and Kakin State, etc., Just like what it done to Terran State, the U.S. keeps supporting ethnic resistance organizations with the purpose of splitting Myanmar and leaving ethnic resistance organizations to establish their own countries. The people there will eventually have nothing at all with U.S. conspiracy.